Hello, this is the Radio Geek, and today for you I have a 1963 Seminole AM radio. I recently got this at a hamfest, and I thought it was pretty interesting design, just kind of like the way it looked, and thought I'd just show it off to you guys here. It came with this little leather case, and it's got a little handle as well, a little strap. I don't know how fragile that might be. And it says Japan here on the back, and we'll take it out of its protective casing here. And it also says made in Japan here on the back, and that's what I really liked about it, just the way it looked. I just like the colors. I like that black and all these little stars. There's little gold stars and little red stars, I guess, and then this side here on the dial is all gold and it has little stars on it, and then the dial is over here, and it has the indicator where you're tuned, and then it has two little arrows on the dial where the I guess would be the Conelrad stations would be located for you to tune in case of an emergency, or somebody dropped an atomic bomb and you were hiding under your desk clutching to your transistor radio looking for news. Anyway, it is kind of interesting that here on the front you'll see that it says Transistor 6 model TR221. But if we open it up and we look at the case here, on the back of the case anyway, hopefully you guys can read that. I'll see if I can zoom in here a little bit more. There you go. You can see it lists the company and it's 6 transistors, but then it says model 601. So that is kind of interesting. I'm assuming that this is the original back for this radio. It fits on there just fine. It even has a cutout on the upper top side to allow for the earphone jack that's kind of high in the case. It's got a cutout for that. So I'm assuming it's the right back for this radio, and the pictorial here of the internals looks to be correct. It does tell you here what the 6 transistors are. It has them listed as A through F, and it tells you I guess A is convert, and B is IF amp, C is another IF amp, and D is an AF amp, or audio frequency amp, and E and F are outputs transistors. At least it tells you what they are, and it says that the frequency range is 535 kilohertz or kilocycles to 1605 kilocycles. So it has the address that you can send it in for service as well. So let's take a look at the internals here. Let me zoom back out a little bit. There we go. It's got a pretty good size feathered bar antenna in there, but that's kind of just the way they used to build them back then. It looks like maybe this might have had some work done to it in the past. There's a few things here that maybe not be original, but for the most part it looks fairly original. And it does say sharp on the speaker. And I was reading a little bit about this radio on the internet, and apparently Sharp, from what I can tell, actually made the radio, and then they had it branded under, I guess, a couple of different names. But all in all, it's in pretty decent shape. So I thought we'd just turn it on and give it a little band scan and see what we can find. It's a little after 8 in the evening. I don't know that we're gonna pick up any wild and crazy DX or anything, but we'll see what we find and what we can tune into here on the AM band. I guess I'll move it down here to the all the way at the end here at the bottom, and we'll turn it on. Oh, it has the volume. Obviously the tuning wheel is here, and the volume wheel is here on the side, and then on nothing else on the radio, and then on this side we have the headphone jack. Alright, turn it on here.
Hillary, but John Kerry has escaped criticism. Here is what Representative Jay Paul, a Democrat from Washington, member of the House, said about Hillary's comments. Quote, "It was a deeply misguided and unfortunate comment from someone who must know better." End of quote. A former Clinton advisor named Peter Dow, D-A-O-U, never heard of him, tweeted, "Why is Hillary Clinton playing into the hands of
I think it's maybe 640, a Spanish station out of Chicago.
Last 5 games, averaging 20 points, 8 boards, and 5 assists. In the left corner, Cunningham over the top pass, collected by Aldridge. They blitzed him with a double with Levine and Carter. Now Forbes, stop and go dribble drive with a spin in the lane. Comes up. Every single round. You're getting locked in football players. Nick Chubb, second round pick. He's a hell of a football player.
The statement that made on John Williams' show.
Oh, God, I didn't hear.
Yes. Actually, we probably should.
720 WGN.
It's a shoveling question. He said because of the type of shovel that he has, that he can use it because of the heavy snow, because he has a big butt.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And it kind of just.
Sharon and Oakville. House having my infinitely. Point where the second is here, so the trunk. I'm a 3-month mark. I realize the eggs in discomfort were virtually gone. I have no hesitation recommending Sears. Join the list of those living pain affiliates for natural choice for proven joint pain relief. Look for your favorite natural. Government. Any party within the government, any half a party in the Republican Party in the government. That, hold on. That's a lot, and we like a lot of touchdowns from.
Oops.
Very instinctual.
Volume's a little touchy there.
Hard to anticipate the throws from the quarterback.
Need some cleaning.
You see him everywhere. He is literally all over the place. He's a risk taker, which is good. He's calculated. He knows when to take risks. And then Twitter page. Steve Mercy basketball. Those are the Titans guys. Those are the Titans. Remember, we have I was a senior in high school, and frankly, I went to a Catholic high school that didn't think very much of Harvard. They thought Harvard, they said at one point, was a bunch of communists, among other things. So
let IV do all the cooking, while you get all the credit. Reserve your delicious holiday meal from IV today. And welcome back to Applebee's on the Coralville Strip. Happy holidays. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving feast on Thursday. Enjoyed the Hawkeye win over Nebraska on Saturday, and then settled back in and watched a lot of, I mean, I don't
but to be able to, pull themselves off the canvas, go to Florida, an absolutely dominated team that's been ranked in the top 15 the entire season.
Arizona, city along the border. You've seen this, I'm sure, your whole life.
I've seen this my entire life, but I've never seen it to this level, honestly. And the one thing I'd love to point out is, obviously, I've seen the people in Mexico. I follow them on social media. I follow some of the things that they say.
28, that's a gain of 3, Kermit. First down for Tennessee. Oh, you saw number 90, Xavier Clown, standing up as a linebacker. They're good.
Take it outside.
It's obligation. Knocked away at the line. Iowa will pick it up and send it ahead to Round. Missed him, and that's going to be an icing call. Let's run. The border. Border agents don't want this tonight. Pick up your tickets by calling. Weather is only around long enough to drive pests inside your home. The good news is, my friends at All American are now Sean Watson was sacked for See if you may be eligible to file a claim. Time restrictions may apply. Call 800-408-8012. That's
Waste Management, sito al 1940 di Alton Road, Toronto, offre case per rifiuti di costruzione.
general role for a team at some level, especially at a highly competitive level like high school ball, where Jabril was a dual threat quarterback in high school. How valuable is that when you switch to the other side of the
It's
ball?
kind of the top of the band there.
Silverman.
Oh, there's so many babies and cats in the world.
That is what the internet was made for.
It's weird. The volume is, you got to go up for the volume to go down, and then it turns off. It's kind of backwards from what you would think it would be, but oh well, I guess it's just a matter of getting used to that, I guess. But it's not in too bad a shape. It's got just a few small little dings here, and the plastic is in pretty good shape. It's not really cracked or anything, but man, I really just like the design of this. It's just really a sharp radio, and I really like these older 60s transistor radios, the way when you're tuning up and down the dial, just the different squeals and the different noises that it makes. I mean, that's really something that these new radios don't make those kind of noises. But I really think that's pretty neat. I really enjoyed it. I really like it. It's really an attractive radio. Like I say, it's got a few issues here and there, but nothing really major. And it sounds pretty good, and it plays pretty good, and it doesn't do too bad at night. Picked up quite a few AM stations. They just don't make them like that anymore. We're talking about a transistor radio that's over 50 years old, so it's pretty good. So just thought I'd show you this radio here. It's the model TR221. Until next time, this is the Radio Geek.